Today, I want to touch on the biggest question remote online notaries have, and that is, what platform do I use? Well, I just want to focus on independent signings. So this is not going to apply to a platform that feeds you business. This is just going to be if you're sourcing your own business and bringing clients to a platform, which ones do what, they cost, what are their limitations, what are the things that make them the go-to choice for that client with that document for that purpose. Because each one is different. I have all three. I have the top three, that is DocVerify, Signix, and OneNotary.us. Let me show you DocVerify first. All right, when I first got my DocVerify account, I had 360 credits. I am down to 15. I am determined to not buy anymore. So I have gotten it down as close as I can to my last 15 credits as possible. You've got several places where you can look at what's going on. You can click on your out to be signed, waiting to be signed, signed or notarized. So that's basically the eJournal information for you. Now, if I wanted to add a new document, here I would go in DocVerify to a new e-notary document. The e-signature document is only for signatures, nothing with a notary seal at all. So let's open one. Let's see what happens. I would select an optional template if I have one. However, I didn't have repeating docs. Everybody had something different when they came to me, so I don't have any templates that can function with this. Here you select the file on your computer to upload the documents that will be signed and notarized in the session. You can combine documents, create a document packet here. Now then you put in the document type. So if it's a deed or something like that, you'll enter it there. And then you select the notarial act. This is a little interesting because you might have 12 seals in one package, but you only choose one thing here. So acknowledgement or jurat or whatever else, but you might have 10 acknowledgements and 2 jurats. This doesn't really let you mix them. So they need to expand this a little bit. Then you select the county, you enter your fee here. This is so it'll populate your eJournal. And then you can add up to 4 participants on a DocVerify transaction. So you could do on a mortgage loan, you could do 2 signers and then 2 witnesses if you need to add them, but up to 4 plus the notary on here. Then you click on this, yes or no. This is going to determine if you're going to have a video feed, knowledge-based authentication, and everything. We'll say yes. Then it wants to know if you pre-qualified these signers. The signers need to be pre-qualified to make sure the devices are compatible. So that's telling you, make sure they have a webcam, make sure they've got the Google Chrome browser, make sure that they've got speakers and they have a microphone so they can actually perform everything they need to perform during the signing. Then it adds up and tells you how many transaction credits you need, but it kind of hides how much it is worth. So there's a lot of math to use in DocVerify. Yes, of course you verify. If you put you do personally know them, then it will not go through knowledge-based authentication where that person enters their social security number and verifies their ID because the notary is saying that he or she knows this person, and that is not necessary. ID verify tokens, what it works out to is $2 per person per signing session transaction. So if you did choose 4 participants up here, you need to pay DocVerify $8 to run them. And if they fail and you need to run them again, you get to pay again. Let's look at what you would have to pay. And I'm short on credits, so let's see if I should buy some credits. I have 21 ID Verify tokens. So if I need to buy some more and I needed to buy some more transaction credits, how much are they? Well, if I get any, I'm going to need a lot. 250 signature credits is $700 right now. And ID Verify tokens, so 25 tokens, $50. So 1 token is for 1 identity check for KBA for 1 signer. So I have 21 left that I cannot use, so that's $42. And since I only have 15 ID Verify credits, it's maybe enough for 2 or 3 transactions. I will never spend all the tokens that I still have in my account. So there are some limitations here. Not everything balances out. End up holding some things that you've purchased from them that you can't even use. So I find it to be very expensive. This is not my favorite platform. Have had it drop on me in many, many sessions just the reliability, nothing else, not the cost, nothing, just the reliability made me go hunting for another platform. So let me show you now at this point, Signix. So here is Signix, and let's see how it is to create a new transaction in Signix. So I need to put my person's name. Let's put fake one hello. Then you'll put their email. All right, easy enough. And you'll put their role. All right, this person's a signer. Authentication. You'll make sure that you check KBA, knowledge-based authentication. Since you're doing this remote, they have to go through KBA if it's your state law. And as far as I know, every state has that law. Now, I never ask people their social security numbers. I don't want to hold it or have it. So I click on Ask the Signer, and then they show up. Now, if there is another signer, you'll add them again here. But on every single Signix transaction, you have to add the notary as a signer, which blew me away because you would assume I'd be in every one of them. So let's add another signer, and it's me. All I need to check here is I am the signer and notary. Kind of funky, but it works. The notary always has to be last. There's a lot of little finicky things you have to remember with these platforms. If I put my name first, nothing would progress. We couldn't do anything with any of these documents. And then we'll go on to next. It'll take us to the Documents tab. We upload a document. Then we go to the signatures. Then we go to send, and it sends out an email. Now, when it sends this email, every time I make the title stop. Do not sign until you see me on video. Well, that's weird. That's because they get two links. They get a Zoom link and they get these documents to sign. Two separate links. You have no idea how common it is for someone to open the documents link and sign all the documents and finish and then get on the Zoom video. No. That does not comply with state law. The signer must open both at the same time. I need to see them while they're signing. I need to ask them all of the validating questions. I need to make sure that they give me their brief description of the document, that they swear their oaths where they're supposed to. It has to all happen at the same time. So almost every file I have is stop, don't sign, wait for me, don't do anything until you see your notary on the camera. So it's a little nerve-wracking to send out the invitations with these. That's a good preview of Signix. I'll show you one notary. This one's my favorite. Here. All I have to do, this is the beauty, all I have to do is put their email. If I already have their document, I'll upload it here, but if I don't, no big deal. I send the invitation. They do everything by themselves. They do their social security number, their ID check, their ID photos, upload the document, and then they do their audio visual check, and then they hop onto the screen where we have the video in the screen so they can't sign anything accidentally before we're on video. I place my notary seal. We do all of our questions. I swear the oaths where I need to. And we finish up into the session and it's complete. And then the video is there for me for 10 years. I think you can see why One Notary is my favorite one. Right now, it's only one signer per document. We do need to have multiple signers. And I'm assured they're coming out next week in September. That should be coming out. So for right now, that's the One Notary limitation. Far and beyond, One Notary is the most user-friendly and wastes the least amount of my time possible. Also, they do not charge me for KBA. I do not pay $2 per person per signer. And it may not sound like much, but if they fail the KBA in the other situations with Signix and DocVerify, I get the bill. And with One Notary, I don't. So I really like that One Notary removes the risk for me, because when you're doing 4 or 5, 6, sometimes more transactions per day, and it's $2 per person, it does add up. And that is your preview of the 3 top independent platforms. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.